What's up, guys, and welcome to our live preview show. When we'll talk about the Liverpool versus Chelsea game tomorrow. As you know, we all know that's going to be a big, big game. You know, looking to the for the top four players, top four teams. Liverpool to face Chelsea. Huge points up for grabs, and like both teams, one team are like Chelsea, well, my team. I wouldn't even say one team. I would say my team, Chelsea, are like what 9 games without a loss now since Thomas Tuchel came in. We have drawn our last two Premier League games, and coming to play Liverpool at Anfield. Like Liverpool have lost their last 3 or 4 games at Anfield, so it's a bit of something where Chelsea have been struggling to beat Liverpool at Anfield for quite some time. The last maybe 4 or 5 seasons, we have not beaten Liverpool at Anfield in the league at least. Because we beat them in cup ties, but it's something now where we need to sort out, man. We need to. I think it's the best time now to beat Liverpool at Anfield. So today we're welcome with my general. So most of us will know him. Big up Blues Fan TV, the thing go Red, Seke, everybody coming in. We are here with Wayne today. Most of the Blues G them know Wayne, as he has always been on the Blues Fan TV. And then my friend from Jamaica, YNWA, Liverpool fan today, as I call him Itis. So we can definitely hear some things coming from a Liverpool point of view still. But thank you guys for coming in, Mr. Wayne, Papa, respect.
Yeah. Bless up, people. Bless up.
Yeah, so my first question where I want to ask, this one will go to both, but I'm going to start with Wayne because he's a Chelsea fan and it is a Chelsea versus Liverpool preview. You get me? But Wayne, like, is Silva a huge miss for Chelsea coming into tomorrow's game?
If we had this game a month ago, I would have said to you yes. But the month since, Christensen, Rudiger, proven that they can be that solid force without Silva there. So at the moment, no. I think we're back is actually stronger than Liverpool at the moment.
Yeah, Papa, wait.
Yeah, for real, Wayne. That's true. Liverpool are not solid back, and I think that even with or without Thiago Silva, I don't think it is much of a problem. Based on the form that we're in right now, and even if you guys are even at Thiago Silva, if our front three were playing at their best, I don't see Thiago Silva stopping them or any defenders like in the Premier League. But it's just that it's up to Liverpool to bring their A game tomorrow to Chelsea. If they don't, then I think you guys defense should have a really comfortable evening.
Yeah, well, I agree with you on that. I think like based on form, like Liverpool's form, like the front three at least, have not been at their best.
Yeah, bro, definitely.
So I think coming into the game tomorrow, Chelsea has an advantage based on the fact that we can defend. We have been defending very well. We have only conceded 2 goals, I should say, in the last 8-9 games, where one of them was an own goal by Rudiger, and Southampton got the other one. So I think coming up against Liverpool tomorrow in the current form of the front three, I don't really see Chelsea having a big problem with you guys front three, unless, as you said, if you guys come up with your A game tomorrow.
Yeah.
The thing is, Liverpool front line at the moment, you got Firmino, who's not even scoring any goals. He's not even been himself for 2 seasons.
Yeah, for real. Firmino has been awful, man.
Mane is been subpar this season. He hasn't done a lot. And you got Salah. You got Salah as well.
Man. Yeah, bro.
You got Salah, who's probably the only one you could sit there and say he's done all right, but he hasn't done what he has been doing. Your whole front line has been like a B standard this year compared to what they are.
That's true, mate. That's why losing Thiago Jota has been so much of an impact at Liverpool. Like I think like Thiago Jota, he brings so much more options like to the front three. Like if one is not on farm, we could bring in Jota and then bench one, or play the fourth, or play all four of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But he's just coming back in, so it's a good thing that Chelsea are not going to play against a
Yeah,
Diego Jota
definitely.
who
Yeah, he
was
won't play.
for the
He won't
last two
start.
or three game. Yeah, so we are blessed by not having to play against Thiago Jota. But but to be honest, with the way Chelsea have been defending, I'm not really scared. To be honest, normally when I come up against Liverpool and looking at the front three, I'm like, damn, how are we gonna get past these guys tomorrow? Because the way all Liverpool attack, well, maybe not this season, but this season they have been direct in attack, but it's not that effective as it was last season or the season.
Definitely, bro.
So what I would say is that tomorrow there should be a chance for Chelsea to at least get a result, maybe a point at least. But I don't see us losing tomorrow. But my next question is this one goes to Wayne also, and then it is can answer after.
Yeah, man, bro.
Where you say?
Do you think, man? I say, yeah, man, no problem.
Wayne, do we have an advantage um going into the game tomorrow based on the fact that Liverpool has lost their last 4 or 3 games at Anfield in the Premier League?
I can't say we're at the advantage. And don't get me wrong, with Chelsea, we're confident, but this is Liverpool. Even though they might be in bad form and they've had all, we can sit here and point out faults for them. This is still Liverpool Football Club, and they're still a mighty team in the Premier League.
True.
I just don't think we've got that advantage. I don't.
Right now, that's the only thing. That's so true, and that's like the only thing like keeping us giving Liverpool fans hope right now, that they know that this team is capable of doing better even without Van Dijk and all those players injured. Yeah, so I think if Liverpool like turn up on the day, I think it's gonna be a very long night for Chelsea. I really do.
You're right about that. But it's like it's Chelsea has to turn up tomorrow, in my opinion. Like we have to come out tomorrow guns blazing, because this is an injured Liverpool at home where I don't
True.
see
Weekend
them.
Liverpool for real. It's a
You
very
get me?
weekend team.
I don't see them losing 5 games in a row at Anfield. Not saying it's impossible, because if we turn up tomorrow like the way we played against Atletico Madrid, then it's a possibility that we can stretch that losing streak that they
So true
have.
for real.
But it's gonna be a very hard game. It's one of them games that it's 50-50. It's 50
Yeah,
50 because
for real,
Liverpool.
bro. 50-50. Cause I can't really choose like who's gonna win that game tomorrow, to be honest, bro.
Yeah,
Show me one.
yeah.
I
Go
can
on.
tell you the one advantage we've got. We haven't got that Kapu, is it Kapar, the Turkish defender?
Oh,
We
Kaba.
haven't. Yeah, we haven't got him in the team because he looks like he can make a mistake every game.
Yeah. He's still in the selling, man. He's still a young defender. He's 20 years old, so I guess
But
he
he's
needs
still,
time.
yeah, I know I'm not disputing that, but he's every game I've seen him play. If we can put Werner on him or Giroud or whoever we've got up front and put him on there, then we can make that mistake for advantage for us.
Definitely win.
Well, you can't say that with any of us. You can sit there and say anyone in our back line, put Salah on him, and you can get a goal against us.
Well, I have a point there, Wayne, because Kabak has been very shaky since he's been in. Well, both of our defenders, not Phillips and Kabak, I don't think both of them is good enough to be starting this Liverpool team. But it's what we have now. We just have to work with it. So let's see how tomorrow turn out.
Um, somebody I watch about the stream. Oh, I wait. Xavier, you watch about the stream, brother.
Oh, I exited.
Yeah, yeah, me that echo, yeah, that
Oh,
echo,
oh,
yeah.
oh.
Oh, sorry.
It's cool, man. It's cool. Like in my like, what's one of the biggest thing Chelsea has to do tomorrow? This question goes out to Wayne and Xavier, but I'm gonna start with Wayne. Like, what we have to do tomorrow in order to have a chance of winning that game?
High pressure, um, no intensity, and just don't let Liverpool get comfortable. Don't let them get comfortable on the ball, because if they start getting comfortable and they start playing their game, they can go behind us and get a goal. But if we attack them and pressurise them and single out the players we need to single out, I think we've got a good chance.
Yeah, Xavier.
Yeah, so it's tricky, because if we do the high press, they have players that in behind, if they break that press that could hurt them. So it's like, like just how last match against Man U, we had to stop Bruno and we had to stop Rashford. We just have to stop Mane and Salah from getting the ball. And the way we do that is like not make their midfielders get the ball out there. So maybe I even stop Trent from getting on the ball because he's like one of their big attacking threats now. So our main thing too is to stop Thiago from dictating play. And I feel like we can make the ball off him in those areas, but I don't think Mountain's gonna start tomorrow. So he's gonna play a lot. You know what I mean? I think Tuchel's gonna rotate the squad, but if we have Mount in a high pressure, put him on Thiago, win the ball in the midfield, and then we can attack. But we definitely have to stop them getting out to their wing play. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be key.
Yo, well, you have a point there because looking at the way we play Manchester United, we can't play Liverpool. We can't
Yeah.
play Liverpool that way. We gave Manchester United a lot of space to play their football in the game against United. Like, if Bruno Fernandes wasn't under pressure by Conte in many instances, they could have probably gotten a goal or two based on the fact that he was under pressure. He couldn't pass the ball as smoothly as he'd liked. So if we can definitely close players down like immediately, then there's a chance for Chelsea to actually get a result tomorrow because Liverpool have many more dangerous players. Even though they're not in form at the moment, they have more dangerous players than United, if you really think about it. The
Yeah.
United, what I knew that if Tuchel played Conte to man mark Bruno Fernandes, I knew it was over. That was my biggest thing. I was like, play Conte. A lot of people were saying, don't play Conte because he can't pass. Don't play Conte because he can't work with Kovacic. But tactically, you had to use Conte
Yeah. You
because
see
if
that
you use, huh?
break that they had when
Yeah,
McTominay, if Conte was never there, that was a goal, bro. Conte
bro.
came back to stop out that transition play.
Jorginho couldn't
He
have
couldn't
helped
get
in
there. He
that
couldn't get there.
United game. In no way. We didn't need Jorginho. As much as I'm a Jorginho fan, I don't think we needed Jorginho for that game. But hopefully tomorrow we're gonna see a tactical masterclass from the manager again. But this question is gonna go to my Liverpool brethren here in the chat. Papa, how much impact will Alisson's father's death affect how will that impact the game tomorrow and affect him if he's to start the game?
Alisson will start definitely tomorrow, bro. It will have an impact, but I don't think it will it will. Alisson has been shaky in recent months, so I think that will just make him a little bit shaky. But I'm comfortable with Alisson in my goal, even though he hasn't been great since recently in the past like 3 games or so. But I'm good with Alisson in my goal. I don't think he'll have any problem tomorrow.
It's lucky we don't really generate chances like that, so it can be like
Yeah.
better for Alisson.
Exactly, bro.
Where you say to that, Wayne? What you think?
I think we're not giving it credit because you got to remember, Az has not been able to go back home, and it's for all of us. We've got to remember in this kind of environment, it takes a lot of you. And if he plays tomorrow and he has a moment of lapsed concentration because what's going on, it could be effective and could make Liverpool lose a game. Simple as.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's yeah. Go on, Xavier.
the death of a parent, man. I don't know how people can play. That's not something you shake off in a week or two. I mean, you don't shake it off in life ever, but
No.
you're just able to, you got to go through that grief, and they're human at the end of the day. So I'm sure that's affecting him. Because if you even look at Klopp, the loss of his mom, you could just tell like it's just not the same. Like he couldn't even go back to the funeral, and I'm definitely sure that's
for
had
real,
an
bro.
effect.
Yeah, bro.
On their play.
It really had an effect on Klopp. Like we'd see it in his mood. Like he wasn't happy during that time. He's now a bit better. I saw his interview this morning and he's smiling. It's the first time in a long while I've seen him that happy.
Yeah.
But
So,
it
yeah.
all depends. But as Wayne said, as Shabit said, it all depends on how much Chelsea like pressure Alisson. Like even if we're playing out at the back, you guys are pressing to get him nervous and stuff like that and take shot. Lots of shot and create chances.
I like this game because I feel like for once we're not gonna play against a team that's gonna just sit back. Like I don't know if Liverpool do that once in a blue. Like Liverpool's not known to sit back, so they known to attack. So hopefully we can see how we operate when we have more space. You know what I mean?
For real.
A lot of the times what team have we played that gave us space in behind? Our space to work with. You know what I mean?
Not much.
Every team we played so far was low block. And we played the god of the low blocks, Atletico. And Manu pressed us, but then in the second half they sat back. You know what I mean? There still wasn't space when they pressed us because they played with 2 CDM. So Liverpool is more expansive and open. They like the back and forth game, Liverpool. So they like open spaces, attack the wings, getting crosses. So I'm excited to see how we would do. Because that will tell me if we need to really, really switch up the formation, even though I don't like it. But is it the lack of creating chances? Is it because teams have been sitting deep? Or is just the formation is restrictive? So it'll be nice to see.
Yeah, but to the Alisson thing, Lampard. Remember when we went to our first Champions League final ever? Lampard lost his mom that season, and he still continued to play. He didn't sit out or anything. He was telling people that it's better for him to out there to play, to take his mind off it than sit at home and worry. So
it all depends on who you are as a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. All depends for real.
So tomorrow, if Alisson plays tomorrow, it's a make or break for Alisson.
Alisson will play tomorrow, bro. Unless he's injured, but he will play. He will start.
I don't know. Liverpool. Who you guys got injured? Is Fabinho back?
Yeah, Fabinho is back in. Fabinho and Alisson will be starting tomorrow. But Jota will not be starting because he's been out for too long.
Yeah,
so
he's been out for a minute.
Yeah.
Damn, I was hoping if Fabinho was out, chances would have been extra high. He makes you guys a little bit better.
Yeah. I hope Klopp plays in the midfield this time.
But he's been out for a while though, so
yeah, like for the past 4 games.
It's hard
but
to
he's been playing.
Even a game of match sharpness, you feel it, man. It's not the same. 1 or 2 games, you try to get back on the pitch immediately.
No, but he's only been out for like 4 games, bro. Like it's not
4
that
games is a lot in the Prem, bro. I'm telling you. Like missing 4 games.
4 games, like included like cup matches too. We missed like 2 Premier League games, I think, our last. Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Fabinho will be okay tomorrow, man.
Yeah,
Jota now. Jota is the only problem now, because he's been injured and then he's been sick past weekend, so he definitely won't start tomorrow, which I'm really, really upset about, because Jota has been really, really, really influential for us this season.
He started on fire, man.
Yeah, man, Jota, man. And I was a fan of Jota, to be honest, guys. when we
Really?
signed Jota, yeah, bro. I swear, when we signed Jota, I was complaining that why had Liverpool go and sign somebody like the baller? Jota's not good enough. Well, he really did surprise me, bro. Really
Nah, he's a
surprised
good
me.
finisher, man. Like
Jota is a baller, man. He's a baller. He
he
can
was one of
pass,
the main
run.
players
Jota,
on. That's why Wolves are struggling like they are now. Because Jota left.
for real, I miss
Ja-
Jota.
he's like the hustle and bustle, and like he's a great player, man. My biggest fear was he would leave a team like Wolves and get drowned out. Like some players are just good for certain teams, like staying at like a level like that, like a level like Wolves or Everton, and when they
All
go to
right.
a team, they
Even
get
though Mo
lost.
Salah is a better player than Jota, I think Jota has more ball sense than Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, I feel like Salah
Jota
is a
is
system
brilliant.
player.
Jota
You
is
know what?
brilliant
You
on the
know what?
ball. When he passes, the passes he makes, the shot he takes, like he's so brilliant.
Mm.
You know
Yeah,
what?
man, Jota's a brilliant player.
Jota is more of a technical player.
Yeah, bro, for real.
He's more as you say, he has more ball sense. But another thing I want to add is that for the past 2 years now, I think more if we really look back, I think most of the Portuguese players have been getting highlighted. It's been mostly Portuguese players that are stepping out now. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yo, for real, because even look at Diaz, bro.
Yeah,
You
so
got
it's
Bruno,
Diaz.
Diaz,
I get my that song.
Yeah,
Jota.
Diaz from City. Then you have Jota last season. We have Bernard Silva from City. Bruno Fernandes. So there's a
Yeah.
few players, man, just stepping in from the Portuguese setup. Well, let me
For
ask
real.
my G Ryan. Ryan, what you saying? Welcome, bro?
Yo, Ryan.
Yo, can you hear me?
I want you to call.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love for having me
network
on Fitness,
awesome.
man. How you guys doing?
Good. You?
Nah, I'm all good,
Hello.
man. I'm excited for the Liverpool game, man, because it's Tuchel versus Klopp. So I'm excited, man. How you guys? I'm good, man.
Tuchel.
Yeah, man. We're good, man. We just doing a quick discussion on the Liverpool versus Chelsea game, and one of the questions that we asked earlier, like you and father just jumping on, so I could just swing it back to you guys to ask you like what's if Liverpool does Chelsea has an advantage going into the game tomorrow due based on the fact that Liverpool lost their last 4 home games, and how much will Alisson's father's death impact the game tomorrow? Will Alisson have a good game, etc. That so you guys, well, father, you can start or Ryan, it doesn't matter.
Um,
I'll let Ryan
what's it?
start. Yeah, I'll let Ryan start. Go.
I don't think anyone really has an advantage in it, cause what's it called? Liverpool have like won a game and then lost the game, so this might not be good momentum for them. But for us, like for us in it, like we're Charity FC, so every time a team's not winning, they always win against us. So I think it's like pretty even going into it, because I think there's two tactical managers as well, like Tuchel and Klopp. So I don't think anyone has an advantage against anyone, because we still have Tuchel, we're on the bounce, the manager bounce, but. What's it called? Liverpool are hungry now, innit? Their players are hungry for a win at Anfield, and they turn up in the big games as well. So I just don't think anyone has an advantage over anyone. You get me? I just think it's even going into it. With
But
Liverpool and a bit more momentum.
Yeah,
I don't mean to cut you short, but I have one thing. Like Chelsea has yet to beat a top 6 team this season as well.
That's not true.
Nah, I
Themselves
think we
and
did.
Manchester United are the bottom of the table.
We beat Tottenham,
Are you speaking about big six
yeah,
or top six?
yeah. Top six.
and that's Lampard tax, man. You can't really beat
That's
that.
we
That's
beat West
Lampard
Ham. We were
tax, man.
fifth, so
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
not. No, I'm talking like original top 6 from last season, bro.
Yeah,
Like Tottenham and them, Tottenham, Man U, City,
yeah,
Liverpool.
we beat Tottenham. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
We beat Tottenham 1-0. That's the only one though.
Yeah. I was looking at something last night on Twitter, and they were showing that Manchester United and Chelsea had like 5 and 6 points against like top 16.
But that's what Lampard though. Like you gotta factor in. You've been playing those teams with Lampard.
That's true.
You
That's
haven't been
true.
playing with Tuchel.
Well, let's see
But
if
Man, you have
Tuchel
been
can
playing with
change that.
Solskjaer the whole time. So You could count that against them. They suck against the big six.
For real.
Yeah, again, Vitmus, I agree with Ryan says, and I just think again we're still having a problem going attacks. We're still struggling for the final third, and I just think again it's going to be the same case if we not nullify Liverpool defense though, and defensively and midfield, I don't have a problem. I just think we can cope them really well. But again, on the attacking wise, like I'm still slightly concerned. But yeah, I think we'll be all right tomorrow. But again, yeah, same concern for me.
I got a question. Do you think it'll be different to the panel, the guys that just came in? Liverpool don't really sit deep. Do you think it will be more of an opportunity to see like our attack get more chances because they don't sit deep like the other teams we played?
I think we'll get more chances in it. Just depends on us being clinical in it. But Liverpool,
Yeah,
because they don't really have their proper centre back, so that means like their fullbacks can't go as high as much, and that means their attack isn't as good. So they might go there. I don't think they're gonna leave too much space in behind like they did like in the last couple of seasons. But I don't think they'll sit in a low block or anything. I think they'll press, not. I think they'll press, but not too much like they used to. But I still think they'll leave space in behind. And the thing is, Werner is so quick. Werner and Hudson-Odoi are so quick that if you give them any space in behind, they're gonna make the runs. And I think if we play someone like a Kai Havertz or someone like that who can spot them runs, or we play someone who can, or someone spots them runs, I think we can definitely get chances in it. But it's all about us creating more chances in it because a lot of strikers aren't that
One
clinical
love.
to get a lot of chances.
Oh no.
What happened? You watching the Crystal Palace game?
Yeah, they just got a
yeah.
chance, a 1-on-1. Clear chance. Ayu. No Van
Ah,
Arnold.
yeah.
No Van Arnold. Clear chance, man.
Ah,
Pass the
yeah.
ball, bro.
I get mad because they could win and then man, you always get like a point or something, and they could be
Well, it's on the
dropping points.
90th minute. That would definitely be the winner.
I
Yeah.
don't get how Man U are still second. They're not a second place team.
I don't think Manchester United will finish second, though.
No, I don't think so either. But
And
Johnny, welcome.
Yo, what's happening?
What's up, Johnny?
Big up, Vitmus. Big up, everyone. You good, guys? Yeah.
yeah,
Big up.
Oh yeah, big up Johnny, man.
What's happening?
How you
man?
doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
I'm all good. Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
you guys? What are you saying about the Liverpool game?
Right. I'm late. Sorry, guys.
No, well, we just hit on a few points about Alisson's father's death, if it will affect the game and him, and coming out the fact that Liverpool have lost the last 4 games, is that an advantage for us, like going to Anfield, because Anfield's not a place where it's easy to win, but for the past 4 games, it has been easy for the teams that has visited. So that's what we were on. So if you want to add anything on that, then you can go on.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, is Alisson going to play? Is he do we know he's playing or
He
is it going
said
to be
he said he
Adrian?
wants to play. He said he can play and he wants to play, but
He's
I don't know.
playing.
Maybe
He's
Klopp
playing
wants.
tomorrow.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Klopp might
definitely.
not
He's
play him
starting
because
tomorrow.
some players think they're good in it, but they're not in it. But he might play. I think he
Yeah.
probably will because he
I
doesn't
mean,
want to play Adrian.
if he does play Adrian, we've got to start banging goals. Really, there's no excuses. But I think I see it as it's a good thing that they're not in form and they're having a bad patch, but it can work against us as well. I just don't want to I don't want to turn up and be Charity FC and then have Liverpool go on a run because of us like we did with Arsenal. But I think the main thing is, there's a lot of talk about Havertz playing a false 9. I really want to see that.
Yeah.
I really want to see Havertz false 9, Werner
Please.
tucked in with him, and then I mean for me, my stance on Mason Mount. Like I 100% he's got to start this game.
He doesn't need to though. He could get rested. Mason Mount has been playing a lot of games. If you look at the second half against Man U, I was watching him. He looked very tired. Like he didn't look like that Mason Mount full on press all game. You could tell like his legs start to get caught up to him.
Yeah, I would put it down to the fact that the rest of the team weren't as energetic as him, and you had Giroud up front as well for most of the game. So
Yeah, he
he's
used a lot of
like,
his legs, man. He got to
yeah,
rest.
yeah, he did. I just feel that Tuchel might, for a game for a game of this magnitude and with the way Liverpool play, I think
Nil
to
nil.
have you
I
need you
think
need
Mount.
you need Mace in there. I think
I think
even if it's for
Mount
60
probably.
minutes, even
Full
70.
Mount will
time,
probably get
nil
rested
nil.
against Everton. He'll probably get rested against Everton if he
Yeah,
needs. Because I don't think this is the game to rest Mason Mount. Because
no.
Liverpool is still high energy, and if we want to play like Jorginho and Kovacic as well, we need Mason Mount for his energy in it. Because he offers a lot of work rate, and then if you have him doing the dirty work and stuff, you can kind of leave Kai Havertz and Timo Werner to do all that night stuff in the final third.
Well,
So
that's
so
what we
yeah.
need. That's exactly what we need because like Ziyech didn't turn up in that game. We saw for he maybe had 15 minutes of nice touches and good link up, and he had his chance. But apart from that, he wasn't in the game. And I feel if Havertz is number nine, false nine, I feel like his hold up play will be better. He's more technical. He's got a pass in him. Werner can play off him. But I don't know if he's gonna. I mean, we know Mount's not going to play for the Letty game anyway, so he
Yeah.
will be rested for that game. I just think, I think Tuchel will just gauge it, innit? If he feels that his legs are gone, then he'll just sub him. But
But
it's who you sub him for, you know? Who else do you
whatever
put on?
happens, I'm what's it called? I'm backing Tuchel in it because I trust him to make the right decisions in this game because he's a tactical coach and he's played Jurgen Klopp twice as well. Like he played him when he was at PSG
Mm.
and he beat him 2-0, and he played him when he was at Dortmund as well, Dortmund Liverpool in it. So I don't mind what Tuchel does in it, but I trust him to make like the right decisions.
Do you guys?
Vitmus, I got a question for you. What are your thoughts on Havertz false nine? A lot of people have been suggesting it. But what are your thoughts him playing in this game?
It's a tricky one,
Mm.
but based on the fact that Liverpool are without Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez, I think it's a possibility he could get a good run in because we all know that he's not a physical player, Kai Havertz. So if
Mm.
coming up against Kabak and that's what's his name? What's his name?
Phillips,
Kabak,
Kabak.
Kabak.
Come back, come
Kabak,
back.
yeah. Coming against Kabak, it it could work, but I
Mm.
definitely prefer to have like an out and out striker. Maybe play Werner as striker and play Kai in a number 10 role behind. That depends if we're playing a 4-2-3-1. If we're not playing a 4-2-3-1, then. But I don't know. It's a tricky one for me.
Do you think Vitmus he's still going to stick three at the back? So we're going to have our wing back system. I don't see him changing the system he's playing now. But it's just a case of would you put Alonso? Would you put Chilwell?
Chilwell, man. You can't put Alonso against these pacey wingers.
Do you think
Mm.
even if he tucks in a bit, you know what I mean, doesn't push
Nah.
forward as much, you think he?
Nah, you see the thing with Alonso is if you guys want to play Havertz false nine and you want to play Werner and Mount, then you gotta rely on your wing backs in it. If you're not playing with wingers like up front, I get if we're playing like Reece James and then we're playing Hudson Odoi up front and stuff, we're playing Pulisic, but like my thing with Alonso is in it. You can't trust him to hold the wings and that. Like
Nope.
he's just gonna bump forward into the box and he wants to get goals. I don't know why he's a left back in it, but he just wants to get goals in it. So you need to rely on your wing backs and that. And Chilwell can get up and down. Alonso doesn't in it. He's a bit of a goal hanger at times where he just wants to be in the box to score. So we have to
Always.
play
I
Chilwell.
agree. I don't really want to see Alonso, but there's talk of possibly him playing. But I just with Tuchel, he's so unpredictable, right? So you just don't know what lineup we'll probably see the lineup and be like, what, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect from him. Let's say he doesn't play a false nine Havertz, who would you play up front? I don't see Giroud starting. So who'd you play? Would you
I
play
think
Werner
him.
centre?
I don't know. I have a feeling he's gonna go Reece James right wing back, and then he'll do what he did for Spurs. And I feel like he'll go Hudson Odoi, Mason Mount, and Timo Werner, and then he'll probably bring Havertz off the bench. That's what I think he's gonna do in it, so he can be
Yeah.
stable defensively. That's what he's probably gonna do.
I don't think he's going to start Havertz. I'd love him to, but
I don't think he
I
will.
don't know what his conditions like. Whether he's even because he's had the injury, but I don't.
But you see the
There's
thing, you see
not
why he
much
should
we
start
know.
Havertz, yeah? Because you see what Tuchel says in his interviews, yeah, is he says, I teach my players how to get into the final third, and then when they're in the final third, it's up to them what they do in it. So I think it's more maybe a personnel issue and that. And when we brought in Kai Havertz, we brought him in to play number 10, and we brought him in to be in the final third, not to be in build-up play. So I think Havertz, I think it might be a personnel issue in that. And if you play Havertz there, he's very good in the final third. He's got very good decision making, good shooting, good passing. He can header the ball as well. So I think that's why Havertz needs to play because I think in the final third, I don't think it's a system thing. I
I
think it
think,
could be a personnel thing.
yeah, with Havertz, you know how good he is. Got such quality that even if he's not got that match sharpness, he's still got it in him to just have that touch to lay a delightful ball or play link up with Werner. Like even if he gets 2-3 chances, one out of those three he'll probably make.
And also,
But
Kai Havertz and Werner starting, I think that would be good there because if you look at Liverpool centre backs, he's probably gonna go for like Kabak and Fabinho. He might go for Kabak or Phillips.
mm,
Yeah, they don't have near enough as much chemistry as like a Van Dijk and a Gomez or a Van Dijk and a Matip or a Van
mm,
Dijk and a Fabinho. You get me? So I think if we press them high and then if we sometimes hit them on the counter with Werner's pacing behind. I think
mm.
Kabak's young as well. He's 20 and he's very inexperienced and he's
Yeah.
probably not Liverpool level as well. So I think that's why I think we need to play Kai Havertz because not just because himself, but I think he'll benefit Timo Werner because Timo Werner makes so many runs and nobody finds him. So I think Kai Havertz will definitely find him because he always finds him with this passing. Like I've seen it a lot of times. So
But
I think that's they both have to start. But
you know what, Ryan? You say that, but Havertz likes
mm,
to make runs in behind too. So it's about who is gonna find that ball to like Havertz or
Yeah,
find
that's
that ball over the top
yeah,
because
yeah.
we rather go back than forward. Like the opportunity to turn and start going and attacking. It's like we get the ball, turn over transition. Werner's on his bike. No one ever plays over the top.
I
We
think
always
that's a
go.
I think that's a transition thing. But I
You'll have
think
to
It,
I
rely on
think I,
it's
Kovacic there
us
and
though.
Mount.
Like Kovacic would rather pass. Like say if Jorginho Kovacic is playing, they'd rather pass between each other than try to send that risky ball over the top. So sometimes it's not gonna come off. Sometimes it will, but they'd
I
rather
just,
play safe. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I don't think they can play that ball over the top, or like we've seen it so many times. Like they don't quite have that quality. That we always talk about that Fabregas,
Yeah.
over the top ball. None of our pivot CDMs have that, and I mean, I always say like the only player I see that has it, but he'll never play is Billy Gilmore. He's got that quality of passing going forward and his speed of thought, but for a game of maybe physicality, he's not up to it. Well, obviously, Tuchel's not favouring him anyway, so he doesn't get a look in. But I think
Yeah, I'll
out
be
of
right
our,
back, guys.
But
yeah,
I think the thing is, yeah, I think we can get it into the final third because I think if Liverpool press high like and we play with like Jorginho and Kovacic, they're very good at getting out the press in it because they're good together. So I think if we do that, I think we can get into the final third. But it's always just when we get into the final third, we're just not good enough in it. So
So
yeah, but you
I
that's
say
think
that,
maybe
Ryan.
Havertz
Yeah,
will help.
you say that, but if you've watched Liverpool this season, their pressing hasn't been of high intensity consistently in a game. They do drop off now. They don't press as hard as they did last season. So there will be
So what do they
periods
do?
where I
Do they like
feel,
sit in a medium block or do they sit back or do they just be like
yeah,
conservative?
yeah, I'd say there'll be like a medium block. They'll still push forward. They'll still push up because that's just
Yeah.
in their nature, their characteristics of how they play. But I think they will drop off a bit like United actually. So United, we didn't expect United to press us that like how they did, but they still were in the middle blocks, and then they'll drop into a low block if need be. So I think we're gonna have a similar game like the United game, personally. But
I think that
obviously,
might suit us more in it because I don't think our team works well with like very, very high pressing and like high up the pitch where they're getting at our centre backs. Because when you got like Rudiger on the left side with his right foot and you got like Jorginho and Kovacic and that, them players can panic as well. So if they're not pressing us that high, then it could be like a little bit easier for us. Because if they're pressing but not all the time, I think we can find ways to get out of it
You know
without
what?
our players panicking.
I disagree with the fact that Liverpool are going to play the similar game as United. I think Liverpool has a more press resistant team than United. United had to sit back because they didn't have the players to do that press like Liverpool or other teams. So I think knowing Liverpool how they have played for the past 3 years since they have built this type of system with Klopp, I don't see them sitting back, man. I see them pressing us to the end like that they normally do. And we remember that it is Anfield and they're hungry and they're wounded. So I don't think they're gonna lie down and let us like run over them at Anfield for a 5 game loss in a row. I think they're gonna come at us with all they have tomorrow because remember we have not beaten Liverpool at Anfield for the past maybe 5 seasons in the league. But before we even go no further, Tony Chelsea, give me your thoughts on the review since you're just coming in on the game. What you think about the game and how you see us, going into this game tomorrow? Big game, top 4 settings. We have to win or at least take a point. I would prefer 3, but if I get 1, I'll be okay. So Tony Chelsea, let me know what you're saying.
Bless up, guys. Bless up,
What's
guys.
happening?
First and foremost, I want to say to the guys, I've been listening for the past maybe 20 minutes, and for some reason, based on the reason, I think you guys think because Liverpool is on a download, it's gonna be a bit more easier for Chelsea. But we all have to know that this is a Liverpool team, despite their bad playing and not consistent. This Liverpool team can turn up at any point. And knowing the Chelsea over the years, whichever coach we have, I can recall when teams are in need of points. If it's a point or 3, Chelsea always slack up. I don't know why. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen tomorrow, but knowing Tuchel, honestly, for the past couple of years, this is one of the first coach. Otherwise, from Jose Mourinho, I really have confidence in. But I really don't see us walking past Liverpool as how it may look on paper or their injury list. So I think the most Liverpool may get is a point. Chelsea, to win the game, we have to be very clinical, and this has been one of our downfall over the past couple of matches. And I'm not saying it won't happen tomorrow, but it won't happen overnight. And we have a very poor finishing problem in this squad, and we all need to remember this is Liverpool, and they have lost a couple matches at Anfield, and they know Chelsea coming for these 3 points. And it won't be easy, guys. So we all just need to pray and have faith and have a big hope we can beat Liverpool tomorrow. Liverpool is going to.
You know what? We keep solid at the back like we have been. We've conceded 2 goals. One of them was an own goal by Rudiger. So we keep our back line solid, right? But our front line has to take any chance they get. They have to take it.
Exactly.
I mean, our front line's been atrocious. It's been terrible.
Lack of quality, Johnny. Lack of quality.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree.
We get that first goal is crucial.
Very crucial. Very crucial. The last thing we want is Liverpool going 1-0 up. 15 minutes gone, and they go 1-0 up. That'll feed them so much. They'll smell blood and they'll just go for it because they're at home. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be cagey for definitely the first half. Second half, maybe open. I see it being a close. I don't see it being a high-scoring game. Maybe a 1-1, a 1-0 type game. Because Liverpool are not at the races. Let's be fair.
I think it'll be 2-1. I think it'll be a 2-1 game. I think it'll be either a 1-1 game. I think any team will nick it 2-1 or any team will nick it 1-0. But I don't see. I either see a draw. I see any team nicking it with by 1 goal in it. But I think it'll be us because I just think Liverpool's defense might let them down in it because our defense has been really solid and they got like a lot of chemistry and that. And you got Azpilicueta, Rudiger, and Christensen who's now like played together or been in the same squad for like 3 years now, and they've played together for like the last 7-8 games now since Thiago Silva's been out. And yeah, Jorginho and Kovacic as well have a lot of chemistry, and if we even play Kante as well, he'll help a lot. So I just think their defense, like Kabak and Fabinho and Phillips and stuff, I think we just need to play to Werner's strengths and
Is
really try to
Thiago
put a lot
playing?
of balls in
Is
behind.
No, he's
is,
out.
is Thiago's out as well? Is he?
Thiago isn't out.
No,
Yeah,
it's out. Man.
he's
He's
out.
not playing. He's not playing.
I mean,
Tuchel said
come
he's
on.
not ready.
If we can't beat Liverpool in the state they're in now, I mean, look. The bottom line is their defense is really poor, and our attack's really poor. So it's whoever's going to have a better performance tomorrow.
Johnny,
Is their defense going to play well, or are we going to play well
Johnny,
up front? And that's where you win the game or lose the game.
Johnny,
And we
Johnny.
haven't won in Anfield since 7 years. So yeah.
Yeah.
7.
But to be fair, we're going to Anfield where they had they'd gone on a run, and they've had their record broken already. What, twice they've lost at Anfield this season? Three
But I
times?
don't
Four
see Liverpool
times, I
losing
think.
more than
4
4
times.
games. They
Yeah.
lost 4. So
In a
Yeah.
row.
no,
It's not the fortress this season as it was last season. It's not
but
that
you know
fortress.
it's like they can't make that like 5. So you know they're gonna go extra hard.
That's why they're probably hungry in it. That's why I think it might be a high scoring game because I think Klopp, I think he'd rather win the game and go all out than take a draw in it because I think for him he really wants to win this game.
I just
Hey,
want us to play well, man. I just want us to play well, man. I
Johnny,
just
But
yeah,
like they perform against the big teams as well. Like they're gonna be up for it. It's normally against the smaller teams they get complacent and stuff, and they don't really win in it. But I think against us, I think they're really gonna want to win. I think Klopp's really gonna want to win because if they get a draw, then there's still only 1 point between us and yeah, I just think it'll make it easier for us and harder for them. So I think they really want to win. I think, and we really want to win as well.
Go on, Chelsea.
yeah.
Wait a second. Go on, I'm here.
Well, I keep here. Johnny keep repeating himself, saying that if we can't beat this Liverpool team, but we all need to remember and know this Liverpool team can be very dangerous. We all need to hope they don't turn up on Chelsea tomorrow, because if this Liverpool team should turn up, it ain't gonna be easy.
Oh, for sure. I mean, look, their front line. We know about their front line. We know how deadly it can be. But if we can stop them getting fed with Kante and Kovacic doing their job and the Mount pressing and Adoy being on the ball defensively, then I don't see why we can't have a go. But I'll just put it down to if we don't take any chance we get, not even if we just get it on target, make the goalie make a save. You know. Create a threat so that we inject some fear into Liverpool's backline. Let them know we're about. You know,
Right. Yeah.
against United, they didn't really, apart from the Ziyech chance and maybe the Giroud, sitter. There wasn't much really for United to be worried about. They just knew, let's sit back, let's hold our shape. We keep pressing them with Rashford. And Greenwood pushing at Christensen and Rudiger so that we can stop them playing out because we know we want them to play out. And Klopp will probably do the same. He'll probably do the same because we ain't got Silva. Remember, Silva's the best ball player and centre back we've got.
Yeah.
We missed them playing through the lines, man. Like getting it quickly through the line.
Who's your,
Fitness,
who
fitness. I got.
Go on. Sorry, go on.
I'm just gonna say I gotta go, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna head off, guys. But thanks for having me on, Vitmus. Guys, remember to like the video, subscribe to his channel already, and yeah, go check out his other vids as well. And I'm sure there's other vids coming out. So yeah, take care, guys. Thanks for having me.
Take care.
Wait, and
care,
everybody go check
Bless
out Ryan tomorrow. You know, is a blue general as well. So you most of the
Yeah.
guys must know Ryan because we are both been on the Blues fan TV. But definitely good youth. He knows his football and he's gonna be a very strong Chelsea fan in stronger. In the
Stronger.
He knows his stuff. So big up
Bless
Ryan.
up, Ryan. Bless
Take
up,
care,
Ryan.
guys.
All right,
Bless Ryan. Safe, man.
Yeah, man. So, like, for me, looking at the game tomorrow, as Tony Chelsea said, man, and well, most of us has hit it on, like, that Liverpool team, if they turn up tomorrow, then I'm not saying we're gonna lose, but it's gonna be a difficult game because if you really look back at the way we played against Manchester United, like it wasn't our best game, and if Manchester United were a bit lucky in that game, they could have nicked 3 points at Stamford Bridge if they were lucky, based on the amount of space they had and time to
But they didn't really do anything.
no, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say they're not doing anything, bro. They came at us for
When the first 15 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes, and then in the second half, they came at us again in the first. Well, not in the first, like 15 minutes, like after the start of the game, like the second half, they were at us, and I was like, oh shit, this is Manchester United team. They look like they're gonna try to win this game, and then they fell off, and then that's where we took over the game again and started to play through them. So looking at this Liverpool team, even though Liverpool has been losing those games that they have lost, like in the league at home, they have not played that bad, you know. Like they have not played like extremely poorly. I think they played against teams that were defending well as well, and it went down to them missing chances. Like in that Burnley game, they missed quite a few chances. The Brighton game, they missed quite a few chances. So I think coming for Chelsea tomorrow, man, like if we're not clinical, which we haven't been, like I don't see us getting a lot of chances against Liverpool, even though they're using those two like freshly used centre backs in Kabak and what's his name? Phillips.
Phillips.
Yeah, so it's as much as though we know they're poor, I don't see us like creating a lot of chances, because if you look at it, we played against a battered Southampton team. We didn't create any chances really. And we played against Manchester United's broken freaking defense in Maguire and Lindelof. And we didn't shit either. People are saying, "Oh, we got big chances." The biggest chance we had in that game was Ziyech's miss, and where Dyer saved it. Those dangerous crosses in the box don't count as chances we should have taken, because
half chances,
those are not big chances. We only got one chance, and Ziyech had it, and maybe Mount, when he went in the box, he should have shoot when he had the chance before he even cut back. Because I saw a shot before he even went deeper in the box, knowing the ability Mount has to shoot. I think he should have shot as immediately as he went into the 18-yard box. He had a shot on goal. But Liverpool, I just hope tomorrow Mane and Firmino continue to be stale, man.
Yeah, I hope Mane. Mane is my biggest threat.
Do you not think though, us, you know, because we played the way I saw it in the United game, we played Kante purely because Tuchel wanted to just stop Fernandes. That was the main reason. He wanted to stop Bruno from even getting a sniff, and he did his job, man. The whole game, the guy did nothing. When have you seen Bruno Fernandes do nothing? He couldn't even get out, or he didn't even have a shot, I don't think. So,
no, he didn't.
So for that reason, fantastic for our team. But going forward, man, like when you take Jorginho and Kovacic apart, when you put them apart, it's like, I don't know, they lost puppies, man. Kovacic wasn't going to
It's
forward
like
as
watching
much.
a basketball game.
Yeah, and I just feel like if Tuchel really wants to go for the game, I mean, if we put Kante in there, it's not really like Kante's got to stop any centre midfielder like Fernandez's position, like a Cam. I think you're more worried about Liverpool's width and Salah and Mane cutting in. That's what you got to be worried about.
Yeah.
So Kante's going to be pulled out of position if he's going to stop or try and block, and then that leaves a gap in the middle for someone to run on. So in my view, why not play Kovacic and Jorginho and play like that controlling game and ping them back? Let's have a go. You know, we've got pace on the wing backs. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but you see, Chelsea playing a back three. It only gives us two midfielders in Jorginho and Kovacic, and coming up against Liverpool's three man in the middle, where we'll have Thiago Alcantara, Fabinho, possibly. I think he's back. He might play.
Oh, so
And
Thiago is playing. Thiago and Guitar. That's who I was asking. Not
oh,
our
oh,
Thiago.
oh, yeah, he's playing, man. I think he's fit, and Fabinho is coming back. And
Right.
that guy Curtis Jones has been playing well, and we must remember they have Wijnaldum. So if they play a three as they always do,
Mm.
I think it's gonna be a hard game, man. I don't think Kovacic and Jorginho alone can help us. I think
All right, fair enough. If because I thought when I asked Witness, I thought you meant I thought you said there Thiago's not playing because now that changes the whole dynamics of my thought
Damn, okay,
process.
I know that.
Yeah,
yeah.
if Thiago's playing, you gotta you gotta stop, you gotta block that because
What
he'll
we
be
need
pinging
though,
balls everywhere.
we need to play three in the middle.
Yeah,
We need to play a three in the middle formation, like 4-2-3-1. And the cam. I mean, as much as I know you guys scream like people are screaming for Kai Havertz to play, but if I'm gonna play a 4-2-3-1 tomorrow, it would be Kante and Kovacic, or Kovacic and Jorginho. But Mason Mount has to play in
yeah,
this game.
yeah, of course. 100%. I don't know. Witness. I don't think Tuchel will play for at the back though. I really don't.
No, he won't. He won't.
No, he won't. He won't. He won't.
He won't play for the back. That's the thing, and it's worrying
Maybe if
because
Silva was playing, do you think he would? Maybe if Silva was
no,
playing, he still
no,
wouldn't, would he?
no, because we remember that Silva is of age and he's not quick. I mean, we've said about this on Lewis's channel about him being quick and things like that, but it coming up against a quick pace team like Liverpool, or they quickly transition with those overlapping crosses from the wing backs to wing backs, and I think he would be tired like very quickly, and he'll be run at with Salah and Mane. I don't think he could have keep up with them guys if we're playing a back four. In a back three where he has help, where if he get beaten, he can always like get back around and be like the next person to beat again, because we have time and space to our next centre back to come back and cover. So in a back four, he's on his own with another person. So if he gets caught out, that's only one defender left inside the middle to take on whosoever the amount of Liverpool players that catch us on a break or whatever. So I don't see him going to a back four unless next season he maybe makes a few signings, or not even signing, just has a longer time with the team to actually bring across a system playing in the back four system. So Tuchel just playing a back three at the moment is just to keep us from conceding goals, but it's affecting how we attack as well, because
Yeah, because we're losing in midfield and up top for real.
That's the
And
Very
problem.
limiting.
and you know what? Yeah, with the Havertz thing. I mean, Havertz he's got to start playing because he's got to play against Atletico Madrid. If Mount's not playing and Jorginho's not playing because they're booked, he's got to play Havertz. Who else is going to be a creator? You're going to rely on Ziyech?
You know what's the problem? All right, back to the Manchester United game.
Yeah, sorry.
Tuchel did the right thing in playing. I think he played, as I said, Giroud. He played Giroud with Ziyech to get the crosses in.
Yes,
But
correct. Yeah.
But that was such a waste.
Eh?
That was such a waste because Ziyech likes to play. If you're gonna do that with Giroud, you got to play Ziyech more out on the wing and have him cutting the crosses. If you're gonna play, you need to play him with someone speedy who can run it behind. Like he does very well when Werner's on the pitch because Werner just makes runs all day and he feeds him in. You feel me? But if you're gonna play like Ziyech, you have to play him like if you want to get crosses, you have to play him with like a Reece James overlapping too. You know what I mean?
Odoi overlap was
Yeah,
there.
Odoi, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, but I didn't see a problem with Ziyech playing that cam role in the three, because
I feel like if he can't play with that type of striker though, Giroud is a hold up. He's limited. You feel me? Like
He's too immobile, isn't he?
they're gonna crowd each other's space unless we play it out wide. You know what I mean? Because Giroud is always gonna drop in and try to come for the ball and link it up.
Yeah.
And they're gonna always like get in each other's space because that's the space Ziyech likes to occupy. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna play that, if Giroud is gonna come, you need someone to go and running behind. You feel me? So it's like they cancel each other out when that happens. You have to play him with. If you're gonna play Ziyech centrally, you're gonna have to have someone run off of him. If you're gonna if we, that's the thing about us going into a three at the back, it limits us because the runs we have to make as well. Like when we're playing four, we'll have Reece James bomb up all the time, and you have ZH like cut in, and they used to work well together when we were on that winning run. But now we don't. We kind of don't. We play differently. You know what I mean? And we kind of limited in attack. So we like. I feel like Tuchel has to work out how he can balance the defense and get us attack. I feel like he got the defense working, but he hasn't figured out our attacking. He just wants to get that foundation, I feel. And this is the best
similar
way.
to the period we had with Lampard, where we're getting clean sheets, we're great defensively, but we had nothing up top. And I think Tuchel's come in. I think he's just trying to understand and see the players. Work them out, suss them out, what they can and can't do, especially in this system. I just feel that Ziyech for me isn't in this. I don't. Maybe he can come on depending on how the game's going, but I don't see him starting. I wouldn't start Ziyech. I think after that performance against United, I just wouldn't start him.
Not gonna lie, I would prefer Ziyech from the bench just to impact the game.
Yeah, for real. That's what I agree.
And I think it'll be too high pace for him because we gotta remember that Ziyech has been in and out the side, and he's coming back from an injury, so he has yet to get acclimated back to the speed of the game. I mean, he never really settled in like that. He had a good start to the season, but it's been so interrupted. So we can't really just be putting him in his high profile games. That's why he looked like that against Manchester United. It's just the running we have too. We can't really put him in a game. That's why he gets like bounced off the ball. He's not up to speed. You know what I mean? You got to put it like that. It's better to have him come off the bench and slowly get that match sharpness, slowly introduce him back to the game, but not with these tough run-ins. But he's gonna probably have to start in Atletico, him or Havertz, no?
I agree, and this has been the problem because all of Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz, they've all needed to be eased in, but because the games just come so thick and fast, and we've got big games, we need them to play really. But Pulisic is not nowhere near match fit. Ziyech isn't match fit. Werner should be ideally match fit, but he's just low on confidence, which is a double whammy as well. And he's in a goal drought. So it's like we need like one of our four attackers to actually be on some kind of form. Just one of them, but they're all off form.
They're all off of it.
And that's where the problem is. I mean, and Odoi, he's not really, all right, he's wing back. I get it. Like he has to sacrifice his like attacking profile, but he got in a position in the United game. He didn't get it on target, but it was one of the few chances he had. I just want one of these players to step up and just be clinical and decisive, and just be a bit selfish and have a go, and stop thinking about all this tiki-taka stuff and link-up stuff. And just, if you've got an opportunity to shoot, where's Werner's deadly instinct? Go for it. Pulisic, go and attack. Don't go back. Go and attack. Get a foul.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel at the minute.
Let me see. Like, I soon have to wrap it up. So, but before we get close to wrapping up, I would like to know you guys predicted 11 for tomorrow's game.
Man, this is hard because I always have what I want in my head, but Tuchel always goes opposite.
Yeah.
So starting Xavier, and then we just continue. Start Xavier, then Tony, then Father, then Johnny.
All right. So what I feel like Tuchel's gonna do, he's definitely gonna have Christensen. He's been playing well, so we're gonna have him there. Christensen, Rudiger, and Aspie, the back three, the wing backs. I feel like he's gonna go for Reece James with this one as a right wing back, and then he's gonna go for probably Alonso, even though I don't want it. He's gonna go to Alonso for the left wing back. I feel like he's gonna use probably Kovacic and Jorginho as the double pivot, and then he's gonna have Mount, Werner, and probably Callum Hudson-Odoi as one of the 10s. And then, of course, Mendy in goal.
Tony, what do you think?
Well,
Hopefully, Wayne.
for some reason, I think Tuchel is gonna change to a back four tomorrow. I may be wrong, but
What?
Oh wow!
it's. I'm gonna pick his favorite formation, but for some reason I think he's gonna go with a back four. For the back three is last week on Rudiger Christensen. I think he's gonna go with Reece James, and I'm certain he's gonna go with Chilwell again, based on Salah and Mane. He's gonna go with Chilwell. Kovacic, Kante, and I think he's gonna play Werner center forward, Mason Mount, and Hudson.
Well, hopefully we can get the back four tomorrow, but it's
a stretch.
It's highly unlikely, but I would love to see a back four tomorrow, just to match Liverpool middle.
You would need time on the training ground for that, no?
Yeah, but like we've been using. Remember, Chelsea has been used to a back three system. Like Aspi alone, I should say. Aspi, I think he's the only player in that team that played in the back three setup with Conte. So
he won't Vitmus for this game because he'll want our wing backs to completely stop their whole width. Any Robertsons or Arnolds even getting forward.
Honestly, I personally think with Liverpool come running tomorrow 90 minutes, I doubt he's gonna use Jorginho and Alex. Just
well, as Johnny said earlier, like he would play Jorginho to try to control the game with Kovacic, but playing against Liverpool's midfield three, knowing how hard they work, like they've been losing games, but that midfield still works.
Yes, but so having Jorginho trying to control the game when Liverpool is gonna have the ball, keep running. Jorginho with the ball is okay, but without the ball, it's like we're playing dead man.
Yeah, he doesn't offer us anything.
Yeah.
That's why I've said that if like some Chelsea fans were screaming for Jorginho to play in that game, just to go back to double pivot with him and the Jovasic, as we call it, the Jovasic. I didn't see him in that game. Like
no, not at all.
Not helped us in that game. With that Manchester United game, we needed Conte, and it goes to show you how like Tuchel is being smart, and he's not just like being a waste man. He's actually thinking and saying like, hey, we need it was science though to just lock down Bruno.
You know what's funny, Vitmus?
Yeah.
Conte gave away a ball in the Manchester United game.
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about.
It could have cost us, but the thing is, if any other 10 player give away the ball, I can assure you, Conte will get it back. When Conte give away one ball, even though it's very dangerous, come on, you need 2 or 3 players need to get back on the ball because he's getting every one ball when they lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the thing about Conte. He's
sorry. Oh, what you saying, Xavier?
That's the thing about Conte. He's good in one aspect, but he lets you down in the other. So when we need to keep the ball, when we need to keep the ball, Conte is kind of not like that ball that he was talking about. If they were any more clinical, that would have been a goal. Like, you don't give the ball away to a top team like that in front of our penalty areas. That's how most goals come about, and that's what Ole was trying to do. He was trying to win the ball high up of us first and go out at 3 at the back. But we also need Conte to like sweep and clean up. So it's like it's like what you're saying, Ritmus. It's like we needed him in the Man U game, but it's situational.
Yeah, but let me be honest with you. In that situation where Conte, we must remember that Conte was out for a few games, and then he just came back into the team. So him trying to pass like that was just trying to build his confidence. Like after that, he didn't make another mistake. Like he played simple, but coming from a Conte was at Leicester City, who was not technical on the ball as this Conte now at Chelsea. He has matured since Maurizio Sarri. I think Sarri came out and said one of the biggest thing he wants to work with Conte was is on the ball. How technically he could become on the ball and
I don't know. I feel like he's
huh?
underrated though. Like he
Huh?
was good on the ball. I feel
Yeah,
like
no, that's what I'm saying. Like since he left Leicester now and at Chelsea, he's on the ball, plays with way better, and I think it just comes with time. Like if he continues to play back in the team, because no, as much as all people love Jorginho and I respect him, like people love him with Kovacic, not at his own. You get me? But
Yeah.
I don't. I still prefer to see Conte. Yeah, big up Colin. I still prefer to see Conte and Kovacic because we have that balance in attack and defense. That's why we need to play a back four so
Do
we
you
can
think it's
play.
a physical? Do you think it's going to be physical in the middle with for Kante and Kovacic? Do you see it being a physical one? Like I don't see it being physical like United game.
yeah,
Wow,
because
of
you have
course.
Thiago trying to play pretty.
If they use Fabinho, bro, then it's gonna be a physical game. Cause if we use Conte, if we use Jorginho and Kovacic in that midfield tomorrow without Conte, with Fabinho and Gini Wijnaldum, that's a run over, man, because those two Liverpool players are good on the ball and they're good defensively and their
If
work is through the roof.
if
So
if we should use Georgina and Kovacic tomorrow, Thiago is gonna maybe get even man of the match, man. Trust me.
yeah, we need Conte in that game
Yeah,
to,
I agree.
to
I
at
agree
least
with you.
rattle things up, even if he's not that good on the ball passing out or what. He's just there to be nagging to Thiago and Fabinho and.
Just
But
give us some teeth in there, innit? Give us some
that,
teeth.
Yeah.
that's all we need Conte for, just the team. But that's why I think we need to go to a back four. But I know deep down he's not changing that formation.
You can't change it now in a big game like this. I think he wants to go for a back four, but we have not had the game. We can't be trying out the back four now against who we got. Manu, we had Atletico. You can't be doing that now. It's like you need those cup matches to try that and all that.
Especially without Thiago as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Manu and the game end for Manu 0-0. Sorry, I just realized the question. Yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Is like the games we have coming up, we can't like just throw it in now, and I don't think Tuchel wants to risk that.
Yeah.
So, Father, is that your predicted lineup already, though, or you have a new one, or should I just put that one back that you have?
Yeah, that's my predicted lineup.
Yeah. So again, we'll show that's Father's predicted lineup. He's going with
false nine.
yes, false nine Havertz, Werner left, Hodoy, Reece James, Jorginho Cowell is going for the Kovacic. Chilwell, yes, definitely. Rudiger, Christensen, Aspi, and Mendy.
You know what I actually think wouldn't be that bad? Or Conte, Jorginho. They don't play that bad together,
But
I
that
just
midfield is gonna be very flat. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather have Kovacic if you're going to play Kante
All
because
right.
he gives you more progressiveness.
Yeah.
So before I get to the Liverpool predicted lineup, just give me yours quick, Johnny, and then we can ask.
Yeah. So we know what the back three and goalie is. I'm going to go with a Doy right wing back, Chilwell left wing back, and then I'll kind of say what I would like because I think I can't predict Tuchel. He's just so unpredictable. So I'd probably go Werner left, Havertz false nine, and then Mount on the right, and just let them all just interlink with each other, and then have Kovacic and Kante.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the the false nine, the average false nine. I think that would be my formation. Hold on, Wayne Morris. That 0-0 was not for our game, man. That was for Wagwan JA. He's a Manchester United fan, and I think he was asking how the game ended. But anyway, I would definitely play Werner as a centre forward. I mean, he's not been having the best of time, but I think that we need to at least play an out and out striker against Liverpool. I would try Hudson-Odoi as the left winger, because he's better. He's better on the left side if he's attacking as a winger, and on the right side, I mean, I like ZH, but I don't. I mean, I don't think he's ready for this game, but it
No.
depends on the manager. But I would play, what's his name, Mason Mount as that right winger / cam role, and my midfield would be Kante, Kovacic. I'll go the same wing backs as Father had there in Chilwell and Reece James, yeah, and the same defense. But my brethren, YNWA, give me your predicted lineup for Liverpool tomorrow based on the players you know who are fit for the game.
Well, let me see now. In goal, there should be Alisson. Right back Trent, left back Robertson, centre back Kabak. I don't know who's gonna partner him, to be sure. I would love for it to be like Nat Phillips and yeah. I would say Kabak or Nat Phillips. And in midfield, and I said Fabinho, Wijnaldum, and Curtis Jones. Yeah. That would be my midfield three. And you don't know the usual front three with Salamane and Firmino.
But just to confirm, is Thiago Alcantara available for the game tomorrow?
Yes, he is.
Oh, so you going with Curtis Jones instead of Thiago?
Yeah, as the attacking midfielder.
Wow.
Yeah, but we have a few, like a minute or so. But quickly, let's do a combined 11. And then we can head out on that one there.
This is with everyone, the current side, or like with everyone fit?
No, we start as we are Chelsea fan, we all know we have Mendy, so we'd have to pick between Mendy or Alisson based on form. Not we know
we're doing it on
Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, but form. We're gonna be honest. We're not being biased. So we are saying Mendy. So what you think, Mendy or Alisson?
Based on form, it has to be Mendy. Alisson has been on poor form. I mean, it's a reasonable. Rest in peace to his dad, but just being real.
Yeah. I agree.
Father, what you say?
Yeah, I would pick Mendy as well, man. Just because I think it's been, the consistent one out of two.
Tony Chelsea.
Mendy, of course, man.
So what you think about that? It is you agree with Mendy over Alisson based on form?
Based on form, well,
oh, there's no way, bro.
Based on form, I still would have put Mendy over my goal instead of Alisson.
You're definitely a Liverpool fan.
No, man.
Politician.
Into a big game. All right. Going into a big game, you wouldn't put Mendy over Alisson, even if Mendy was in better form. No coach would have done that.
But we're talking about form, though. This is
my opinion.
Form.
Yeah. Numbers don't lie, man. Numbers don't lie.
You talking about form right now? Did you see what he did against Man City? Did you see what he did against Leicester? That's form right there. That's like what we're doing right now. So it's like I wouldn't pick him, especially due to his external circumstances. I would put many. I think he has like how much clean sheets now? He's up there for like the highest clean sheets, but in recent form too. Like we only conceded.
I think he's third or so.
We only conceded 2 goals. Like Alisson's been kicking the ball to the opponent. Like you would really want him in this state of mind to be picked.
Honestly, But I saw the same question was asked earlier in Lewis preview one. It's a tricky one for me still because as much as I'm a Chelsea fan and I love Mendy for what he has
Mendy is
Alisson
done
is
good
the
so
enough.
better
far.
keeper. We know that he's the better keeper.
But
Yeah,
Like
this
and,
one,
on
yeah,
his
but
day, we know that.
yeah,
But this
because
is
I support
form.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil is a team I support internationally. So it
Jamaican.
Vitmus, don't contradict yourself, bro. You said in farm, so
no,
there's
no,
no
that's what
way
I'm
you're
getting
gonna put
to.
Alisson.
No, that's what I'm getting to, and I mean it's a hard one, but my brethren, it is about him. About he has his opinion where he say Alisson just because he's a big game player. But as based on form, as much as I would love to go with Alisson, I'd have to go with Mendy. That's my opinion still, as a Chelsea fan. I'm not being biased, but that's why I said based on form. It is. But
No man, bro. That good, bro.
I
That's
understand
okay,
the
bro.
point too because Alisson is a big keeper, a big
He's
name
a
keeper as
Liverpool
well.
fan, so
Yeah?
you didn't say that. No,
No,
I'm saying the youth that said Allison still.
Alisson is the best keeper. Alisson is the best keeper in the Premier League.
Yeah, on Raw, like
And
when
talent.
everything's clean.
Just talent, yeah, talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, we don't want to stay too long.
All right, Vitmus, before you
Yeah.
go any further,
Yeah.
he is one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League because in farm he's not the best goalkeeper now.
No, me I talk like as in me say a while ago, ability wise, if Alisson in
He's
form,
made some howlers though, man.
yeah,
Come on.
he's the best keeper in the league, but not as an inform keeper, he's not. But he
Okay.
is the best.
We just want to keep that in farm together.
No man, bro, come on. If we
Bro
look
guy.
down, all right, mistakes aside, he's the best goalkeeper. Howlers aside, he is the best goalkeeper.
Yeah, of
He's
course,
better
sure.
than Edison. He's better than our keeper when he's at his best. And if we should put, I mean, the only keeper I could add, if we were talking about, if we were supposed to give them farm, like based on what we have seen over the Premier League years, if we put goalkeepers in farm, the only goalkeeper out of all those keepers that could have stepped to Alisson would have been, even though I don't want to call his name because, I don't really, I'm not a huge Manchester United fan. Don't like them at all. Did not one bit. And it would have to be De Gea. If we're talking about like a goalkeeper in form at his best, we have seen in the Premier League out of all the keepers we are in the league now, it would be De Gea or Alisson. You understand? But let's not stick on Alisson too long. If we talk about Alisson, we'll be here all night.
All day.
All right. I'm not gonna go inside the defense. I'm gonna start with the wing back on the left back. Who would be the starting left back?
Oh, Robertson, of course.
Yeah, Robertson. It's got to be.
Yeah. No skin around it, Robertson. Yeah.
Yeah, it can't. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. He's one of the best left back in England. So if he even has an injury in training this evening, they're gonna fix it just for him to start.
All right, centre back. This one is easy.
Yeah, easy, man.
All right, hold on. I want to say it's easy because for some reason now, if Fabinho is fit, I think he will put Fabinho in defense tomorrow. That's my pick.
That changes the whole dynamics of tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I think he's going to use Curtis Jones, why not, and Thiago in midfield. That's what I think. If Fabinho is fit.
Well,
So
you have a point.
Fabinho will be one of the centre backs.
Well, but based on form, do you see Fabinho being a better centre back than Chelsea's current centre backs?
Nah.
No.
We've conceded 2 goals. No way. I think Christensen and Rudiger get that.
I don't really rate our centre backs. But
on form, they're on form.
On form, yeah, I'll give it to our centre back.
We're doing it. We're going back 4. We're going a back 4. We're not going in a back 3. We're doing it from a back 4. Grant. Next time, Grant, you can message me in the stream and ask for the link, man. No good like that. We support all of support we. But yeah, so we're going with Rudiger and Christensen. Easy choice. Right back. This is a huge talking point. Right
Oh, Reece James.
Yeah.
Oh, form though.
Yeah.
Frick. Form.
But are we basing form on like the whole of the season so far? Because if we are, then for me, James. But if we're just basing
current form, man. Current
right now.
How was what's his name? Trent playing?
No, that's why we have a Liverpool person in the panel. He can give us his honest opinion on that one.
Yo, YNA.
Yo.
How is Trent playing?
Trent has been bad for like last month, but he's now coming on. He's now playing much better now. He's now playing much better.
I think Reece James been solid. He hasn't had like shaky games like that bad. I'll still put Reece James.
I agree.
But that's the thing, though. It's like when Trent Alexander-Arnold is on, Liverpool are on. You know what I mean? Like when he's having a good game, that means Liverpool are having a good game. That's one of their weapons. So it's still tough.
Both got great crossing ability. I mean, James's 2 crosses in the United game, that's a player on form for me.
General. So Papa, you agree with Reece James over Trent?
No, I don't agree.
Well, I don't. Well, I have a problem still, you see me. Well, it also depends on all your players still, you see me, and the manager, you see.
Yo, now be
Reece
honest.
James isn't attacking, you see me. He is more defensive. He can defend better than Trent. You see?
Oh yeah, that is true.
Defend than Trent. It also depends on all your players still. But our defense haven't been on form overall. You see? Our defense has been like all over the place.
Make sure they're on farm tomorrow.
No, but honestly, Reece James overall to me is a better right back. But at the moment, based on form, I would have to give it to Trent, man.
Yeah, Trent. Trent.
Yeah.
Do you think Trent's been on form though? Like,
yeah, I don't agree with
no,
that.
Trent hasn't been on form.
No,
yeah.
like,
so if we're doing it on form, I would go with. I think when James has come on,
Reece James haven't have enough game either.
Yeah, none of the two is on form, to be honest. That's right.
So then we're saying who do we prefer?
Yeah, what do you prefer? Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer James for defensive reasons.
That's a hard one. We'll just go James.
For me, that's 50-50. Both. It depends on how, as well, YNWA says, it depends on the manager and how he sets his team up to play. Because if you're going to attack, you're going to use strength. And if you want a more balance in attack and defense, you're going to use Reece. So that's another one we can move on from because we'll be here all night.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in midfield now, midfield 3, Father, what are you saying? Combine. What? Because, you're one of my general them, so we have to hear you too,
Yo.
You're mute, Father, yeah.
Not gonna lie, Liverpool midfield has been questionable at times, but I would put Jovicic with Genie.
Yeah.
That's a big show. That.
Being one of them is better than anyone we have.
Is this a 3-man midfield?
Yeah. We're playing a 4 at the back formation. Yeah, 4-3. 4. Just say 4-3-3 to make it easier.
Yeah.
So everybody agree with Father Pre?
What? That's the 3 though. He's going with
Jovicic and Genie.
With Wijnaldum, man.
I would exclude Jorginho, but
put Kante.
yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
Kante's played very well, man. Played very well.
I would even go Thiago over Jorginho, to be honest.
Yo, the only reason why I would put Kante is because that midfield there's no defensive player, so it has to be Jorginho. I mean,
that's true.
to be honest, if we are Genie and we were playing a midfield three at Chelsea with Jovasic and Genie, that would be the big midfield that honestly
nice
the deep
balance.
content, to be honest.
Yo,
With that
the Liverpool fan, why NWA? Do you feel like Wijnaldum is underrated? Because I feel like he doesn't get enough credit that he deserves from you guys.
Wijnaldum?
Yeah, I feel like he's important for you guys.
Yeah, he's a decent player. Yes. He's a good player.
Man, top bro, I love Wijnaldum, bro. Bro.
He's that midfielder we're missing, bro.
Yo,
I like him a lot. I like him a lot.
Yo, Johnny, hear me say? I love Wijnaldum. One of the most, out of everybody I watch play when I watch a Liverpool game, that's the only person I really like watching. He's impressive in me.
He's even better than their captain.
Of course. Henderson, bro. I don't know.
He's basic standard. He's just that pump you up type player.
Henderson. I don't know how Henderson make that Liverpool team. All Klopp have him so long today. I'm no disrespect to him as an Englishman.
Nah, you need that type of player.
Englishman in the stream. We don't want it look bad. We don't disrespect the Englishman then. But Henderson is one of the most. I even know the word to put him as.
Basic.
He doesn't even look like a football player, brother.
But the thing is, Vitmus, you need that person. So say your team are down and not playing so well. He's that type of player that's gonna shout and do the dirty work and get you pumped up. And a team full of talented players, you always need that player that's not so talented but has that those leadership abilities to get the team going and start yelling at players.
That's the only reason why he's in the team.
He scored some important goals as well. He scored some big goals, Wijnaldum, man. Big goals.
We're talking about Henderson though.
Sorry.
No, but Wijnaldum has been an important player for Liverpool.
Yeah, that's why I asked the YWNA.
Yeah, man. But he's leaving this season though, next season.
Appreciate it. I feel he's gonna leave you guys now.
Yeah, he's leaving.
He wanted to leave this season, but Klopp blocked his transfer and begged him to stay, man.
Oh.
But he's definitely gonna leave after this season because he wants to join Ronald Koeman at Barcelona. So we agree.
Still there.
Yeah, true. But I don't see him getting sacked based on this season. Depends on what the owner does. Messi.
You gotta be mad.
Depends on what Messi does. Because if Messi wants a better manager and he says it to the board and the board agree to keep Messi or Messi agrees to stay, then the board will definitely go out their way to replace.
Messi contract up, bro. He's not staying at Barcelona. Man, contract up in the summer.
Yeah, but bro, this is the third time now we see me and Messi. This look like the more.
No, but his contract has never been up.
Yeah, but but there were times when he wanted to leave, either when he had 2 years left and teams would have bought him at the time. The money craze was not awful as it is right now, where Messi would have left.
But even if he want left and Barcelona no one sell him. So he can't go nowhere. Even if he wanted to leave.
Yeah, from them activate him in buyout clause, man, them have to release him, man. Yeah, man, respect Tyrone, respect. But I'm just saying, if Messi was leaving when the transfer market wasn't crazy, he would have maybe valued at 140 or something like that million. Remember when Manchester City just got their takeover by the Sheikh brothers or whatever. They were willing to pay 110 million for him at that time when he was talking about leaving Barcelona in 2010 or something like that. So it's just that
Barcelona was never selling Messi that time. Crazy, bro.
No, we know he wasn't gonna leave, but this is the third time he has done it. But I think he's definitely gonna leave this time because
yeah, man, he's leaving, man.
There's no
he
one
has to renew his contract.
Yeah, no, but he has the end of the season to do that as well. If he chooses to stay.
No, Messi don't make up his mind for cut.
But we agree with the midfield in Gini, Kante, and Kovacic, yeah.
I agree.
Well, I agree with Gini and Kante still. But man, I'm not sure what I put in the midfield. Gini, Kante. Farm, Gini, Kante. Where's no man midfield?
On farm, I would say Genie, Kante, and Kovacic. But I really like Thiago.
Yeah. That midfielder good.
Yeah, move the change. Yeah, Genie, Conte, Wijnaldum are the three. Then front three, you know.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Mane has to be. Oh, on form though. I'm a
Salah.
big Mane fan.
I'd put Salah. I'd put
Salah, Mane, and Werner. No, not even Werner.
No, I will put
Salah, Giroud, and I have to have Mount in the team. I have to have Mount in the team.
Yo, Mount can stay out of this one, man.
Yeah, come on, bro. Mount for what he gives, man. He's got to be in that side, man. He's got to be. Come on, guys.
I would put Mane, Hudson-Odoi, and Mount though.
No Salah.
No.
Salah's got a lot of goals, though, man.
Yeah, but
They missed out.
No, man,
They
Salah
missed
is on farm for
He's
Liverpool.
on form, bro.
I'm not the only one to score right now. I'm not a big Salah fan, but
Salah's
he's scoring.
got to go
I
on
do not
form.
know though, to be fair, but
We gotta drop Mount. Nah.
Come on,
No, man, Mount
Mount's in
form,
that
bro.
team.
How's he on form? Just because he presses well?
Nah, because he everything in his game, and he's
Mount has
done
no
all right,
final
man.
third product though, end product.
Yeah, but then you look at Werner, ain't got it. Odoi ain't got final product.
They're not in there.
I heard Odoi. So who was it?
That's him. I will go
Salah, Mane as
Mane.
the winner.
Yeah, and then I'll go Giroud up top.
I've got to have Mount in there. I'd rather have Mount in there than I'd rather have Mount, man.
Paul, what you say?
Come on, Fitness, back me up, bro.
I don't know,
Mount's
man.
the first,
Honestly,
man.
up to you guys, like. But
There's no way.
for me, it's like 50-50 between Mane and Salah, bro. But
I'd
Mane
go
has-
Salah over Mane. Come on, Salah over Mane.
You need a goal. Who are you gonna really rely on? Mane or
Giroud
Mount?
and Salah, and then Mount to just get that little outside the box one.
If you need a goal, who would you rather depend on right now? Mane or Mount?
Tony Chelsea, what you say? Can you quiet down?
I'm going. I
Mane.
fancy Mount will get a goal. Man. I fancy Mount now. Yeah.
Tony
Mane
Chelsea.
does too much skipping and dancing
I'm
around.
Salah and Mane are staying on the front chain. No joke. So that middleman there is the tricky one. You know what I'm saying? In farm.
Giroud for that goal against Atletico, he's got to be up top, man.
That middleman is the problem. In farm, it's tricky, you know?
Hasn't Firmino scored like his last 2 games? Or he assists, no?
Me settle it. Like, honestly, Mane, Salah, after being at the front three. Me not here. Like,
you got to put Mount in there instead of Mane.
Where?
If you're gonna put Firmino and flipping Salah,
no.
I would want Mount in my team. In that side, I need Mount.
I'm not using a complete Liverpool front three, man. Just hear me out, no, man.
he carries the team.
Carries
He's a leader.
Chelsea.
He's a leader.
Yo.
Yeah, that's how good he is, man.
But Liverpool got more leaders in their side. We got a younger side.
They're not on form though.
I never agree with this when I say this. But here my front three. Let me just make you know my front three. Salah as the right winger.
Yeah.
Mane as centre forward and Mason Mount as left winger.
Go on. Wicked.
That are my front three.
Wait, who? You put Mount in there?
I think that, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, Mason Mount in farm, bro. Brother, we are talking about farm, you know, bro.
He scored some banging goals. Do you know he was compared by? Roy Keane said, yeah. I got a lot of stick for saying
that's
this.
Roy Keane, though.
I know, but Roy
Keane,
Keane said that he sees a bit of Paul Scholes in him. That's high praise.
He's smoking.
That's high
praise. How are you going to compare Mount and Scholes in the same sentence?
Yeah,
that is ludicrous.
And that's his favorite. Roy Keane's favorite player. The play rates the most is Scholes. He's never compared players to Scholes, so that says it all about Mason Mount. And he's 22.
I don't know. I take Roy Keane's judgment with a grain of salt. Still,
you heard what he said about Gilmore as well. You know,
of course,
we got two special players. We got two. No. Roy Keane's Irish and Billy Gilmore's Scottish.
Yes.
Oh, lucky.
But guys,
coming at me with that angle, yeah.
We've been on like what, almost 2 hours now. Like, I'm gonna wrap it up now. So, you guys have any final thoughts?
No, bro.
We gotta win because, like, as you see, again, teams around us are dropping points. So this is vital. This is like a really vital, crucial game because Liverpool win, they go ahead of us, and Everton play tomorrow. And if they win, they go ahead of us with a game on hand. So it's another big game again.
I fancy Werner. I fancy Werner and Mount to get goals.
Mount.
Father.
Yeah, I fancy Werner and Christensen to get goals.
Christensen, AC Hive.
Yeah,
just to punt off Lewis, Just to punt off Lewis.
Go on, Chelsea.
Big up, Lewis.
Go on, Chelsea.
It's gonna be a 2-1 game, 2-1.
Woo!
2-1 either way.
Yeah, right. 2-1 Chelsea.
Before me. Yeah, go on.
Mason Mount and Hudson.
Yeah.
I really counted on Mason Mount to back the goal.
Man, he's gonna bang one in.
A chance, man.
He's gonna bang one in.
Forward late, bro. We're wrapping this up.
Somebody has to turn up tomorrow.
He's gonna bang one in, bro.
Here. So, YNWA, give me your final thoughts on the game for tomorrow before we wrap it up.
Well, if Liverpool play good, I think they will beat Chelsea with ease. I don't see that as a problem. If Liverpool play how them supposed to play, I think they'll beat Chelsea.
Why? You reckon you're gonna lose?
Huh?
You reckon you're gonna lose?
If we've been playing, no, I don't reckon. But I say if it depends on how we play the match, or we start the game. If we start with the high energy, quick, fast passing, I think that Chelsea is gonna be in trouble.
If we see the Liverpool of last season or start of this season, then we're in trouble then.
But you'll have frailties at the back, which might, you might leak. That's
true. That's true. Yeah. But if you're scoring goals, then the opponent, outscore the opponent if our difference is a problem.
He's talking about what he wants to see, what he's picturing in his head right now.
He's picturing last season.
No, that's why he says if Liverpool turn up tomorrow. That's the thing.
Yo, I'm scared they might actually turn up though, because it's like I can't see Liverpool going 5 games losing at home.
Yeah, but that will determine how good we are and how good the manager set his team up tomorrow, because it's not impossible. So it is up to the manager now and the players to go and make that 5 in a row.
The way the season's going, it could happen. It could happen.
So let me see now. Tony Chelsea said 2-1. What's your prediction, Father?
I said 2-0.
Oh yeah, 2-0. Hudson-Odoi and Mason and Christensen.
No, Werner Christensen.
Oh, Werner Christensen. Sorry, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2. I think. Yeah, I'd love the win, but let's be realistic. 2-2. I think Mason Mount's going to score, and I fancy Werner. Maybe we might be 2-1 down, and Werner scores the equalising goal. Something like
that. Xavier, quickly.
It's either going to be 1-0 us or 2-0 Liverpool, to be honest. So if we're playing well and if we dominate, we're going to beat them 1-0. But if they're on it, they're going to win 2-0.
Scorer?
Oh, scorer for us? That's tough.
MM19.
You don't want to say. You just don't want to say it.
I'm hearing it, bro. The
only person I would see scoring for Chelsea tomorrow if we get a goal.
It's Giroud. Giroud to come on and bag one.
Giroud now play tomorrow, bro.
He's going to come on and bag it. Bag a 1-0. He turns up for the big occasions. I just can't see him start, though.
No, he won't start. I don't think he'll start.
The guys want me to say Mount so bad.
I know Mount's going to start.
It is. Give me your prediction for the game. Scoreline.
It's a hard one to predict, man. I like. Really tough one.
Like, based on how both teams have been playing, and up front, I should say, not defensively.
Whenever Liverpool normally win, them usually fall up with a win still,
Whenever Liverpool win, the normal for to put a win. So I'm gonna go for a home win.
What the score line?
That's a home win.
You can't tell the score, but you know Liverpool.
Yeah. Home win, yeah.
All right, we're gonna leave it at that. But guys, we're gonna wrap up now still. So thank everybody that came on today. Johnny, Father, Xavier, Tony, Chelsea, YNWAMIG, Itis, and Ryan and Wayne who were on earlier. Big up and shout out to everybody. And make sure to like and subscribe, everyone. And thanks for coming in. And I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Happy and Lewis's review or worldwide Chelsea. Big up all with Blue family.
Big up, Fitness, everyone.